Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today is day 4 of Salesforce beginner course. So just to give you a recap of last session that we did, like we have learned about how to create objects in Salesforce, how you can set up different fields, page layout, and you have also seen how you can create apps and tabs, right? So in today's session, we will discuss about the different type of fields that you can create in Salesforce, okay, with their data types, like how you can connect two different tables using lookup and master detail relationship. What are the record type and page layouts that can be used to create our app, and what is list view, okay? So our very first topic is the different type of data type that we can create in Salesforce. So in our last session, you have seen that we have created text, number, phone, email, checkbox, pick list, multi-select fields, right? So in today's session, we will see like what is currency field, what are the date and date time fields, longitude, latitude field, formula field, relationship fields, roll-up summary field. And after that, we'll talk about the record type, and we'll connect record type with the page layout. Okay. So in my third PPT, I have just written the difference between the lookup and master detail relationship. We will come to this topic later on. Let's log into Salesforce.org and first see like how you can create other field types before coming to relationship fields. Okay. So we'll follow the same process. In your email, you must have a username of Salesforce. Just copy it. In URL, just write login.salesforce.com. And here you have to enter your username. And after that, you have to put the password that you have set up while creating a Salesforce account. Okay. So same page I'm getting again. Number verification. I will click remind me later. Now I have this Salesforce UI opened after login. And you can see this is the ABC Engineering College app that I have created. So make sure you check my previous video to understand like how you can create these apps. And in our last session, we have also created student tab and connected this student tab with object in Salesforce. And on this student tab, we have created different fields like name, email, phone, age, etc. Okay. So similar thing we are going to do it today. We'll create new object tabs. Okay. But with the different data types so that you can understand what are the different data types available and how you can use them. Okay. So let's go to the Excel sheet that I have prepared earlier. So student tab we have already created and all the fields we have created so far. Now let's create the another object and tab which is called as teacher tab. Okay. Wherein all the information related to the teachers or lecturers in college will be stored. Okay. So let's create that. How we will do that? As I said earlier, like this is a setup menu. From here, you can create a new object. So go to setup. Then object manager for creating object. And now you have this option create. So just click on custom object. In custom object, you have to put the object name. So here our object name will be teachers. And plural will be teachers. And just save it. So new object is added into the system, right? And as I said, because if I refresh this page, I will just see the student tab here, not my teacher tab. Why? Because for teacher, I have just created the object, not tab. So I will go in system and create a new tab. So you have to write here tab in quick search. This is called as quick search and this is called as global search. Okay. So in quick search, you will click on tab section and create new tab. So new, and then we'll put here our object name here, teacher, tab style, like what color it will look like. Let's say this one. Make sure you use the consistent color across the tabs. I'm just explaining you for learning purpose, but your app will look, more friendly if you use the same type of format. Like if you're using camera, let's use camera for all the tabs like that. Okay. So now we have created teacher tab. Now I will refresh my page, my home page, and I will see whether that teacher tab is coming here or not. But see, the teacher tab is still not showing. Okay. So for that, what I have to do, I have to add my tab in my app. Okay. So for going to app, I have to write app manager in quick find. So I'll click on app manager. I will search for my app. This is at the top, right? I will just click on edit. So this will open the builder page, okay, wherein you can configure your app. So like in the meanwhile, the page is opening. Like what we did, like we created object. After that, we created tab. And now we are adding that tab in our app, okay, so that it will be reflected there. So you have to come to navigation item. And from the navigation item, you have to add teacher. By default, it is added. But by suppose if it is not added, you have to come to here like this. You have to search for particular tab. I will add one home tab also here. That is a standard tab provided by Salesforce. Okay. So whenever you create your any app, you can put home tab where you can, put all the reports, dashboard, images, etc. so that your app will look good. Okay. So now after that, I'll click on save. So I have clicked on save on my app and I'll go and refresh my ABC app page from front end. Now I will see like whether my teacher tab is coming here or not, but still it is not showing because I have told you earlier as well that sometime what happens, it takes time to get, reflected on your front end. So make sure like you give some time, and if it doesn't work, you just log out and log in. So for now, I will not do this. I will create all the fields in backend, and after that, I'll come back to this page and I will see if it is added or not. Okay. So for adding fields, what I have to do, again, I have to go to object manager and search for the object where I want to create a field. So this is a teacher object. On this object, I'll click on fields and relationship. And as I said earlier, Salesforce provide 4 standard fields when you create any new object. One for storing name, like teacher name you can store in this field, and this is of text type. Another is owner, like who is the record owner, that you will learn later on. What is the meaning of ownership? Who last modified the data and who created the data. Okay, this way. Like we'll discuss about these fields. But for now, you remember like these 4 standard fields will be created. On top of that, you can create your own custom field. So we'll go to Excel sheet and see what are the different other fields that we have. So let me correct this. I will put here teacher name. Okay. So teacher name is a standard field. I will store these values here. Now teacher has email, phone number and other fields. All right. So let me create some fields here. So I will click on new and I'll try to choose those values. I'll try to create fields of those data type that I have not created earlier. Okay. So let's see this next data type, which is actually an auto number. So what is auto number? A system generated sequence that uses a display format you define. Okay. So this is a one number, or you can say identifier. For example, when you register for any exam, right? Suppose GATE exam, or if you register for IIT exam, AIEEE exam, you must have seen that once your application has generated, one number is generated, unique number is generated against your name. That is called as an auto number. Okay. It is a unique identifier to identify the data. For example, I can have 2 different students with the same name, Sham. So how I will identify 5 from the list, like whom I am looking for. Okay. So for that purpose, I can create an auto number. I can, assign that auto number to that particular student, so that in future from that auto number, I can ask auto number from the student. And based on that auto number, I can search that particular user from the database. All right. So I will create one auto number here. And I will give the name as, you can put your own name, teachers code. Suppose I have entered some code. So see what this format will look like. So you have to give here like what format you want data to be. Like should be started from 001 like this. So I want this to be like teacher code, and then for the first record it will be 001 like this. Okay, starting string will be 1. So format, let's say 0, and the starting string is 1. Okay, once I have done this, I'll click on next. Next, we'll not make any changes right now on these sections. Just click on next, next, and save. So with this, what will happen? New field is added into the system with the data type auto number. Okay, let's create few more fields so that you can understand what are the different other values you have. Okay, now the next field we will create is date. We have other fields like formula field, roll-up summary, and relationship field. We'll talk about it later on. Let's first create the simple data type fields. Like checkbox we created last time. Let's create date field right now. Okay. So date field allow user to enter a date or pick a date from the pop-up calendar. So let's see like how it is used. So I'm giving this date of birth. Okay. So this field I created date of birth, which will store the teacher's date of birth. Okay. So this time I'll use save and new so that it will not take me to the home page. It will bring me to this selection page, data type selection page. And then we have date and time. So date and time is like where you have time also, like registration time, let's say. So here I want to select, okay, the registration time was 24th July at 9 a.m. in the morning. So date and time, both I want to store. So for that purpose, I will use date and time, data type. Okay. Next, next, and save. Save and new, let's use. And with this, you see, we have already used date and time. Email I have already shown you in last section. Geolocation is basically for entering the longitude and latitude. Suppose you want to, locate the address. So you can do it in this format. So you can apply the decimal, like suppose how far it is, number of digit you want to put in the decimal. Okay. So generally this field is used in case of map where you have to point out exactly the longitude and latitude. So for that we have used geolocation. Okay. After geolocation, you have already seen number field that we have created earlier. Then you have next field which is called as a percent. I'm trying to cover all the fields so that you can create it easily. Make sure you create some few objects for your learning purpose. 3-4 objects: student, timesheet, teachers, college, like that. Okay. And on each object, you try to create different data type field so that you can understand the definition of particular data type. When you create some field, right, by using particular data type, you will get more familiar with that. Okay. So make sure you create a field of different data types. So now we are using a percentage field. So let's say I'm adding one field called as a attendance, or you can say degree percentage. That means particular teacher had how many percentage in their degree, like that. Okay. Or you can make it like what attendance percentage. So wherever you want something in percentage format, you can use a percentage. And when I'll show you at front end form, like how it look like, you will understand it more clearly. Okay. So percentage field I created, phone number I have shown you last time, tick list. This one also I have shown you. Now see, for the text you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different type of text you can create in Salesforce. And this is one question generally asked in interview also, that what are the difference between these type of text? Okay, even you can get it in your certification exam also. So simple text if you select, so it will be a combination of letter and number. Okay, and let's say I select this text field. Okay, and I put text field name as, suppose, my degree I want to write. So in text field, here you have to put the length, like what will be the length of the text that you will enter here. So suppose if I write 400, okay, I click on next. So see what error I'm getting? That this is the first definition, that in text field, you can store maximum 255 characters. Okay, not more than that. All right. So text field we had already created like name field. So that's why I'm not creating it right now. But maximum 255 character you want to store in a text field. Now the next is text area field. So what is written here? Allow 255 character on a separate line. That means suppose if I'm creating a new student record and this is text field, so I can enter value like this, 255 character, but not in next line. But suppose if it is a text area field, I will get chance to enter a data in next line. Okay, I will create here. And let me read the definition of others also. So text area long means you can store this much character 131072 and in a separate line. If you are using a rich text character, this much character you can use. If you are using encrypted is like if you want to put a password field, right? And you want to put it in encrypted format. So it will show you in encrypt. I'll give you an example of encrypted field. Okay. So let me do that. For example, if I write password or okay, so encrypted field, let me put it like 100 character. Like suppose password cannot be more than 100 characters. Make sure you put that much length only. Don't make it very big size, 255 character. So here it is asking me whether I want to mask all the character, last 4 character, what I want to do. So I will write mask all the characters. So based on your requirement, you can do. I selected asterisk, you can select cross as well. Okay. And now similar way. So this is the encrypted character I have created, and I want to show you one example of text area field also, wherein you will see what is like how the data will be flown to next line. Okay, so I writing here work details. Okay, so user will have to enter work details, so it can be of multiple paragraph. So that's why I selected here text area field. Okay, save a new field. So all the fields I have shown you, time field I will not create, but you understand, right? If you have to store some time, like at what time you went to college, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 p.m., like that. So you can use that. Another field is URL field, wherein if you have to store some URL, just use it. This is the last field, I will use it. Suppose I will write public website URL. I want some user to enter this field. So I will select as a URL. Okay. With these fields only, I will show you like how it will look like at front end. Okay. On your app page. And after that, we will talk about 4 or 5 important fields. That is the relationship field, rollup summary field, formula. Okay. Other than that, all the examples I have created. Okay. Now let's go back to our app and refresh it from here. Now, see, this teacher tab is created in my app, right? I will just minimize the zoom in so that you can see it properly. Okay, so home tab I added. This is a standard tab where I can put images like this. I can put my like approval things, everything. We'll talk about it later on. But this is a standard tab provided by Salesforce. And make sure all the apps have this tab. It is not necessary, but it looks good. Where here you can put your key points, like your meeting schedules, your activities, your logs, like that. Okay. Now you have student tab that you have we have created in our last session, and now we have teacher tab that I have created today. Okay. As I said earlier, this section is called as a list view. So recent viewed will show the recently viewed record, and all will show all the data. Because I have not created any data in teacher, that's why it is showing blank. It is table. Nothing to see here, right? So let's create few record and you will see how that different record type look like on page layout. Okay, so I clicked on new. So teacher name. What is this? This is a text area field. So I will put here Alok Kumar, suppose. Teacher code, see, it is not coming anything. It will calculate automatically. Date of birth. This is a date field. I can select the date of birth from there. You must have filled in some form, like some examination form where you have seen this type of form, right? And in last session, we have also seen how you can update your layouts, right? You can put your fields in this section also. You can, this is a one column layout. You can create two column layouts, right? So this is a date field where I can select the date from this calendar. And now I have date and time field, registration time. Suppose I select 27 and here I can select my time. I can write like this also, or I can select from this drop down also. All right. Suppose I selected one of them. Now address field, as I said, like how geolocation look like 140-degree longitude, 150-degree like this. See what is written? It is in decimal format. So I will update decimal. Just 2 place decimal or 1 place decimal. Minus. Even I don't know like how it is used, but you can use it. Should be decimal number in a range of minus 90 to 90. So I will write minus 90 or I will write here. Okay, like this. Now degree percentage, I can put here percentage field. Like if teacher had 80% in their degree. So I can put 80 here. Password, as I said, it is encrypted. So I will write, okay, work details. Now this is text area field. See, edit and text, can click on enter. I can write on next line. Like this. So this is, you can see the scroll bar. So if the size will increase, you will get both horizontal and vertical scroll bar. So this is horizontal and this is vertical scroll bar. Then public URL, you can put it here, like https website.com. Anything URL you can put here. Now you can create save. Okay, so one new data is entered in the system. See how good it looks like. When you will create this page, you will feel very good. Okay, because you learn something. It is very important that you keep learning, you keep updating yourself. Okay. So you can see here, you have teacher name added, teacher code. This is automatically generated. So if I'll create any new teacher data now, so teacher code will be teacher code -0002. Automatically it will update. Now date of birth, you can see the time, longitude, latitude. See percentage I had not added while creating the data. It will automatically add. Password is in encrypted format. This is text area field. See how this website look like. Now if I'll go back to this, I will create few more records like this. Okay. So one option to create a record is I can go to new button and I can create a new data. Not student, I want to create a teacher data. Other option is I will open the data that I have already created, and from this drop down I will use this clone method. Okay. I can clone it. So suppose I don't want to create much data here. I'm just cloning it. I will keep other data as is. Okay. Let's save it. Again, I'll click on clone. I will make it Shish Kumar. I will update the date of birth like this and I will save that. If I go to list view now, so 3 data should be created, right? 3 records should be created. See, 3 Ashish, Shipra and Alok. 3 records are created. If I go to each, you can see teacher code is 003. Teacher code is 002. So this is auto-generated number. Okay, so if you have any requirement wherein you want auto-generated number, you can use this data type. All right. So now we have 2 tables, student and teachers, wherein we have seen how you can create different data types. Now, suppose if you have to update this page layout, what you will do? You will again go to this object manager, teachers, and second option is your page layout. You will click on this. You will click on teachers layout, and in the teachers layout, you can put 2 column layout. Like if you think this is not looking good, You can add new sections. As you can check my last video to see how you can add a new sections from here. For now, I'm just saving it. And now if I refresh my page should be 2-column layout. Okay. It will take some time, so leave it as is. Okay. Now I will explain you how you can create formula fields in Salesforce. So based on the value of one field, if you want to calculate some other field, you can do that. Okay. For example, you have this field called as a registration time. Okay. Now, this is the registration start time. Now, suppose what you want, like whatever user enter in their registration time, the registration, there should be another field, which is a formula field, registration end time. Okay. So, the registration end time will be registration time plus 30 days. After that, it should be end. So, we will create formula for it. Okay. And suppose another formula that we can create is, suppose this is a 80% degree, it is showing. So you can create a formula eligible for higher studies. Okay. So if the score is higher than 80%, we can mark that checkbox as true. If it is less than 80%, then we can mark it as false. So both are formulas. So first see the date time formula. Okay. So what we will do, again, we'll go to fields and relationship, new field, formula. Next, here I will write registration and time. This is my second field. All right. And here I have to select formula return time. Like if that formula will calculate some value, what will be the return type of that formula? Whether it will return checkbox, date time. So because we are updating, we are using a date time field and it will return the data of date time type. I will select date time as a return type of this particular formula. Once you have done this, you will get this page, okay, wherein you have to write your formula. You have this use formula assistance. You can click on it, okay, and you can put your, like, what formula you want to create. You can use that. But for now, we will not do that. What was my requirement? My requirement was whatever is registration time, we have to add 30 days in it to calculate registration end time. So for that purpose, what you will do, this is showing like the table name, excuse me, and this will show your field name. Okay. These are the standard fields it is showing here. You have to click on advanced formula to show all the custom fields. All right. So first you will click on insert fields to add a field. In teachers, this is a table name teacher, and from the teacher, you want to add registration end date. Okay. And just click on insert. Whatever field you want to choose based on which the data should be calculated, you select from this drop down. So this is your table and these are the fields. So I have to use registration time as my key field. Now what is written? I have to add what is the value of this field, new field that I am creating, registration time plus 30 days, right? So I will add registration time. I can use insert operators. So you have different operators, add, subtract, multiply, and, or, is, all of these you can use. I will use add and I will add 13. Okay. Now I will check my syntax that whether I have done it correctly or not. If it is right, it will show me green color. But suppose if I have done something wrong, like I'm adding, just taking M and adding in it, and I click on check syntax. So see, I will get one error message that M field does not exist. All right. So Salesforce will help you to generate a correct formula by giving you this warning message, check syntax. So once you have done this, click on next. And click on save new, because we'll create one more formula, okay, based on the degree percentage. So another formula that I'm going to create, and what it will return, whether user is eligible or not. So that means the return type should be true or false. If the user is eligible, it should be true. If it is not, if they are not eligible, it should be false. So for true and false, we have checkbox field in Salesforce. Okay. So I will write eligible for higher degree. This is the field that I have created. I have selected return type as checkbox. Next. Now, how it will be decided whether it is true or false? So, if degree percentage is greater than 80% or equal to 80%, then it is eligible. Okay. So, what we will do, again, we'll go to advanced formula, click on insert field. This is the teacher table that I'm using. And from here, I will select the key field. So, what is the key field based on which the formula will calculate the value? Degree percentage. Okay. So, I will insert that value. So what I have to check if degree percent is greater than equal to 80%. So in insert formula, I will search for greater than equal to. Okay. So let's find out the formula greater than or equal to. Just select this and you have to write 80. That means it will check whether it is greater than 80%. In that case, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Okay. Again, next save and save. Okay, so what we did now, we created two formula fields. You can see here it will show a formula field. One is checkbox type and another formula we have created is of date time. Okay, now I will refresh my page to see like what changes, whether it is showing some changes or not. Okay, see, the first change I did earlier was I updated the 2-column layout, right? 1 column, 2 column from here, layout section. And the second thing I have done is I created 2 new formula field. I will search for that field in my form. So see, so registration end time. User has not entered anything. This because this is formula field. See, for other fields you are getting this pencil icon. That means you can update the value of this field anytime. But the formula field is not editable. It will calculate automatically based on one field value. Okay. So you are not getting this pencil icon on a formula field. So you can see the registration end date is automatically calculating. It is adding 30 days in your registration time. Okay. So it is month of January. Now it is showing February. Similarly, if your percentage is okay, see right now it is not showing anything. So we have to update something in our formula. We will go to the formula that we had created earlier, eligible for higher degree. We'll edit this formula. And here what you have to use, you have to use if statement to check if it is greater than 80, then return true, else return false. Okay. So for this purpose, again, you click on this. And what you can do, this is one example, more example. You just open it in right tab. Okay. Right click. Just click on it and you open it. It will show you all the operators which is available in Salesforce for the formulas that you can use it. I will give you some links from where you can learn. So because I already know, that's why I'm writing it. But you have to initially search it. And after that, once you will have practice, you can automatically put in. Okay, so you have this function. All these functions you can use like blank, case, length, now, like this. So what we have to use? If function we have to use. See, it is the syntax is written. In if condition, you have to first write the logic. And if this logic is true, what will be the value? If this logic is false, what will be the value? So what is written here? Check whether a condition is true and return one value if true, another if it is false. So I will just click on it. Once you will click on it, this formula will come like this. So you have to first put here logic test. What is our logic test? Degree percentage is greater than equal to 80%. This is our logical test. If it is greater than 80%, what you want to return? True. And if it is less than, that means what you want to return? False. Okay. So this way you can create, by using these functions, you can create different formulas. Now what I will do, I will save this. The formula is saved. I'll go and refresh the page to check whether it is reflecting at front end or not. Right now it is not reflecting. We'll wait for few seconds to see. Once it is done, I'll come back to this point. Okay. So I'll show you maybe. So we are here. And now most important thing I'm going to tell you here is how you can customize the fields on your list view page. So this is your student page. Right now in this table, you are seeing just one column student name, and you have to click on particular data to see other records. So now if you want to put all the key fields on this table only, what you can do, you can add a fields in this list view. So for doing that, you have to click on, I'm so sorry, you have to click on this uh, icon, setting icon, and you have to select field to display. Just click on it. I will put all the major fields here only, okay, or key fields. So student name is the key field, email is key field, or suppose phone number is key field. Three fields I'm adding, and I'll just click on save. Now see how my list will look like. Now I don't have to go to each record and find out the data. I can see it from here. So maximum 14 to 15 fields you can add on this table. So for teachers as well, let's do this. I'll click on all. I'll go to setting, select the fields to display, and I will add here some key fields like eligible, and maybe teacher code. Okay, these three fields I have added here. So it should show me all the data. It will show it is updating. Once it has done, it will show me. Right now, it didn't work. Log into Salesforce again and return to the page. Let's do it again. Maybe some technical issue came in. Sometimes you can face this type of challenges. So make sure you refresh the page, and even if doesn't come, you do it again. Okay. So now you can see teacher name, eligible for course, and teacher code. Everything is coming here. Okay. Now if I go and let me do this, try this, whether my formula is updating value or not. I will just put it 90%. It is not updating. So I will wait for some more time to see like what it is returning and why it is not happening. Okay. So after that, let's see like what are the different other fields formulas that you can create. I will give you one example here. Data and function. Just click on this link. See, the Salesforce is showing you different formulas like math operators that you can use. Okay. Then you can use a logical operator, functional operator, all the formulas you can use. Okay. Like date time. So make sure you go to this. You try to create some formulas. For example of advanced formulas are given here, right? Suppose I'm opening sample account management formula. What is written here? See, this is one of the formula that is created. That this formula evaluate annual revenue, billing country and type, and assign a value of hot, warm or cold. So based on these fields value, it is assigning whether the account rating is hot, warm or cold. So for that purpose, what it is doing, they have applied if condition and they are checking. And then they have applied and, because we have to, why we are using and? Because we have to calculate the value from these three fields. So and operator we are using, and we are writing like this. If annual revenue is greater than 100, if billing country contain from these countries, if a pick list contain manufacturing partner, if a channel partner is reseller, okay, then what you have to do, you have to select warm, otherwise cold, okay. So this way you can see how what are the different formulas. You can practice it from here, okay. Or like this, suppose if you have to create a hyperlink, how you can create it, you can use a hyperlink formula. Suppose you have to create some case category. So if field, this is a custom field, if it is greater than 20, the value of this custom field is greater than 20, you want to put red. If the day open is greater than 10, you want to put yellow. Otherwise, you want to put a green. Okay. So different formulas are given. Make sure you create 5-6 formulas at the beginning. Okay. So formula means based on the one field value, you want to calculate the value of other field automatically at the back end. So you can use all of these. So what I did, I went from here and I searched for the formulas. Similarly, you can do it. Okay. But I have selected if degree is greater than equal to true, else false. Everything is fine. Okay. So I have shown you like how you can create different formulas, including like the date time I have shown you. And let's create one more formula so that you get some more visibility on it. So let's create a formula on student table this time. Okay. So I'll go to student object, field and relationship, new field, formula, next. And suppose this time I want to use text. So I want to put Indian origin. Okay. I want to put here text as a return type. In insert field, I will use the field as a subscribe for notification. Okay. So what I want to do here, that if subscribe for notification double equals to true, if it is selected by the user, then the value in this field should be Indian origin. Else the value should be outside India. Okay. I just created to explain you like how it looks like. Save. I created field. I'll wait for some time to get it reflected at front end. Okay. In the meanwhile, let's see if it is added. It's not added right now. So we'll wait for a few minutes. But let's discuss about other data type that we have in Salesforce, which is most important data type. See, this is like this line, right? And then this line. So under this line, you have three different data type: lookup relationship, master detail relationship, and external lookup relationship. So these are the three different relationship or a data type that is used to connect two tables in Salesforce. Okay. I have table 1 student and another table as a teacher. And if I want to connect these two tables, I can connect this using a lookup relationship, master detail relationship, or an external relationship. Okay. So lookup relationship, one to many, master detail relationship is also one to many. An external relationship when you connect your Salesforce data with the external system. So in our course, we'll only discuss about lookup relationship and master detail relationship. Okay. So let's go to our slide and first understand the definition. Okay. So lookup relationship create a loose connection between the two objects. The related record can exist independently. A master detail relationship create a tightly dependency between two objects. The child cannot exist without the parent. In a lookup relationship, parent record is not mandatory. In a lookup relationship, child record can exist without a parent. No cascade delete. Ownership and security are independent. Used for optional relationship. Key characteristics are of master detail relationship are parent record are mandatory. Cascade delete is possible. Child inherit owner and sharing from the parent. Support rollup summary field and used for storing dependency. Okay. Let's see with the example. Now first what I'll do, I will create teacher table with the student table. Okay. That means suppose Alok is teacher and under Alok, I want to see how many students are there. Like he is teaching how many students. I can go to Alok and I can find this information. Okay. From the related section. Right now this related is coming as blank. But once I will connect teacher and student table, that how many students are linked to Alok will show here. Okay. So when you have to connect two tables, the most important thing is first you have to decide which table you will be using as a parent table and which table you will be using as a child table. You will always have one parent, and for one parent you will have multiple childs. Okay. It is not like that the multiple parent and multiple child. One to many relationship we will discuss in lookup and master detail. Okay, this is basically used to establish one-to-many relationship between two objects. Okay, so from the student and teacher, first I will decide like who will be the parent and who will be the child. Like for one record, if you have entry in another table, multiple records, then that multiple entry table will act as a child, and one record table will act as a parent. Okay, so for one teacher, we will have under one teacher we'll have multiple student studying, right? So teacher will be your parent and student will be your teacher. Sorry, student will be your child. So let's establish this relationship. Right now you can see it is blank, related. I will select a master detail relation. I will select a lookup relationship first. Okay. So this is what was said in definition, that this is a loosely coupled relationship. That means a teacher can exist without a student and a student can exist without teacher. If you delete teacher data, the student data will not delete. And if you delete a student data, the teacher data will not delete. Two tables are connected with each other by loosely coupled relationship. They both are not connected to each other like that way that if you delete teacher data, the student data will also be deleted. Okay. So lookup relationship I will use here because teacher can act independently and student can act independently in the college. Like suppose if one student, leave the college, his or her teacher will not be impacted, right? So the teacher will keep, giving his lectures in school instead of whether that particular student is present or not. Okay, so that is a lookup relationship. So I will select lookup relationship, click on next. I have to select the child data, child table from here. So our child table is student. So I will search for student from here. It is right now it is showing me all the standard object. I will select student. Just put any name, whatever name you want to put. Okay. And just click on next, next, and save. Okay. So what has happened now? If I go to this page and if I refresh my page, it will take some more time. So in the meanwhile, let's create one more object so that I can show you another example, which is of master detail relationship, wherein if you delete the parent record, the child data will automatically gets deleted, wherein two tables are tightly coupled. Okay. Like the parent, a child inherit the features from the parent. That is called as a master detail relationship. For example, if the student leave any college, like all the information related to his leaves should also be deleted, right? Because if a student is not there, there is no mean of keep, you know, tracking of their leaves, right? So for that, I will create third table, and that is called as a timesheet, wherein the entry of uh, students is maintained. Okay. So I will create one new object, create custom object. Okay. So this is the next object that I have created, timesheet. And in this field, you will get all four fields, and I'll create one or two new fields that I have to select. I will select date, like on which date I was present, and present date. Okay. So I can track all the present dates, or I'll make it as holiday, leave, like when the student was on leave. Okay, I'll not create multiple fields. Let's create one simple field here. So we will connect our student table with this timesheet table using a master detail relationship. Okay, using a tightly coupled relationship. So first I will create a tab for this. So I will go to home, tab, new timesheet. Select any. Let's say I select this one. Okay, save. So new tab is added, timesheet. Now again, I will go to object manager and I will connect these two table, timesheet and student. Now again, you have to select whether timesheet will be parent or student will be parent. So for one student, like you will have multiple entry of timesheets, right? Maybe on 24th he is on leave, maybe on 27th he was on leave, maybe in December he was on leave, maybe in October he was on leave. So for one student, suppose Sham, he has multiple entries of timesheet, right? So student will be parent and timesheet will be child. Okay. Now what you will do, you will go to child object and remember, like you will always create lookup and master data relationship on a child object. Okay. So you have to select new master detail relationship. The related object, that means the parent object. Parent object is student. Okay. And last time I also have to check whether I have done that correctly or not, whether I created on parent or child object. Okay. So now my student and this is my timesheet table and which is connected to the student table using a master detail relationship. See, it is showing like this. So on a child object, you will create a master detail relationship. I will go to student table because student table is a child object for teacher table, right? So I will check whether I have created it or not. So I created self lookup, that is mistake. So I will click on this because what I have to do, I have to put a or I will delete it once so that you don't get confused. You have an option to delete the fields also. You can click on this drop down and you can delete. Okay. So what I said, in a relationship field, you will always create field on child object. So teacher is a parent and student is a child. So on a student object, we will create a lookup relationship. And here I have to select parent. So parent name is teacher. Last time what I did, I selected the same object, student. So teacher, next. And save. All right. So now my all four tables are connected. I will refresh my front end page, my app page. Okay. I cannot see here like the timesheet. So for that, what I'll do, I will go to app manager. In app manager, I will add my tab. All right. And navigation item. In navigation item, see, timesheet is automatically coming. As I said, like it takes some time to refresh the page. Like you either wait or what you do, like you log out and log in. Sometimes with log out, login, it doesn't work. You have to wait for a few seconds. So make sure you keep doing your configurations. And at the end, at the front end, you can check what has happened. So now you can see home tab, student tab, teacher tab, and timesheet tab. Okay. Now see, because I have connected these two tables and then I have connected these two tables, right? Now what will happen when you go to parent object? This is a parent bit, sorry. This is a parent between these two tables. Student and timesheet, we connected with the master detail relationship. They are tightly coupled. If you delete timesheet data, if you delete student data, the child data timesheet will also be deleted. I will show you with example. Okay, this is the definition of master detail relationship. So I opened one of the record, Amit Kumar, and in related section, I can see the timesheet entry. I can add here timesheet, like when he was on leave. December month. I'm just putting in one random date, okay? In December, then in January, he was on leave like this. And then in January only, he has taken another leave, and then maybe in July he has taken another leave. So multiple entries, multiple child record I am creating for Amit, right? Amit is parent in this case. So in details, you can see all the fields that you have created, and the relationship field you can check in the related. So for the student, you have these things. Okay. Similarly, we have created a relationship between teacher and student, where teacher is parent. So what you have to go do, you have to go to teacher table, like parent table, and then you have to link your child. So suppose under Alok, I want to select all the students who are studying. So I will go to related. See, I'm getting student option. I will click on new. I will select here. I can add new or new student from here. Okay. One option is I can come here and I can add new student like Teak. I'll enter some phone number. Okay. Suppose I selected some course and I click on save. Okay. So you can see here one new student is added for Alok. Like now other option is you go to student. Click on all in list view and add. Suppose I want to add Dev under Alok. So what I have to do, I'll click on Dev data and then I will search for teacher. I will search for teacher field. Okay. So can you see here I am not able to find the teacher field, right? On this page, I have, because on this child object only, I have created a master detail relationship. That field should be reflected here. See, teacher field is coming now. I'll click on edit. And I can select from all the teachers. So I want to add Alok as his teacher. I'll click on save. Okay. I can go to another student, Sham. I can select his teacher as maybe Ashish. I can go to student courses mandatory field. It is saying, I'll scroll down and check whether. Okay. I'll save. I'll go to another child and select teacher as maybe Shilpa Joshi. Okay. So now if I go to teacher, I can see all their students from here. For example, I want to check like how many students are under Alok. So I can create, excuse me, Alok, and in related, I can see all the students, Dev and Pratik. Okay. So this way I can connect Alok and, or you can say teacher and student name. Now, what I said in the definition, like first definition is lookup and master detail relationship are used to connect two tables. Using a lookup relationship, the tables are loosely coupled. Loosely coupled means if you delete parent data, the child data will not be deleted. Okay. For example, let's see. Under Alok, how many students you have? Suppose Dev. Dev we have under Alok. Dev we have here, right? What I do, I go and delete Alok data. Like he's no more, studying or he's no more giving lectures in my college, ABC Engineering College. So I'll delete his data. Okay. If I go to student and if I refresh the page, I will see Dev's data will be there, the student data. Okay. It is not deleted. Why? Because the two tables are loosely connected using a lookup relationship. And if the parent data gets deleted, the child record will not be deleted. Okay. But in case of master detail relationship, how it works? See, Shweta Jha. This is Shweta Jha, and or I will open the student for whom I created the timesheet entry. I don't remember. I'll go to timesheet and I'll find out. For example, for Amit, okay, I can just right click and open this data in another table. So for Amit, if I click on related, I can see all the timesheet entries, like when he has taken leave. Okay. Once I delete the Amit data, this timesheet entry is of no use for me, right? That's why what the system should do, it should delete all the timesheet related to the Amit because it is of no more use by my college. So that's why we connected these two tables using a master detail, which are tightly coupled. If you delete the parent data, the child data will also be deleted. For example, if I go to here, you can see all the timesheets table are given. And what I'll do, I'll add one more field so that you can see the name of the uh, student whose timesheet entry is given. So you can see for Amit, these entries are given. What I will do, I will go to Amit, click on drop down, and I will delete this data. Amit data is deleted. It is no more in student table. If I refresh this timesheet table, see, all the timesheet data is deleted. So that is the meaning of tightly coupled. If you delete parent data, child data will also be deleted. In case of lookup relationship, if you delete parent data, child data will not be deleted. So you have to decide when you get any project, you have to decide if you have to connect two tables, like whether you connect using a lookup relationship or using a master detail relationship based on their characteristics and feature. One last important data type that you can create if you have established two tables using a master detail relationship is Rollup Summary field. Okay, so what you will do, again you will go to object manager, and in this case, in order to create a Rollup Summary field, you will go to parent object. Like, for example, if you want to count, like for Alok, how many, or Alok data I have already related. So for Shipra, for this teacher, how many students are studying? One option is you go to related and you can count the number of students. Now, suppose if you want that count to be reflected on this page only. So for that purpose, you have to create a Rollup Summary field. So how you will do? First, you will set up two, or you will link two tables using a master detail relationship, and then you will go to parent object. So teacher is parent. So from this object manager, I will search for the teacher table. Okay, in teacher table, I will, and this Rollup Summary field will be available only if you have connected two tables using a master detail. It will not come in case of lookup relationship. So you have to click on new, and this Rollup field should come here, right? So it is not coming here right now. Maybe it is not coming. It will take some time. What happens when you add a, see, it is written also. You cannot create this type of field on this object because it is not in the master detail relationship. So it is saying that it is not in master detail relationship, but we know that it is master in master detail relationship, right? If you go to student table and if you search for the field, you can see the teacher table is connected using a master detail relationship. Oh, teacher title is connected with the lookup relationship. I'm so sorry. So we cannot use this. You have seen the Rollup Summary field is disabled because these two tables are connected using a lookup relationship. So what we will do, we will create a Rollup Summary field between student and timesheet. Suppose on student table, I want to calculate how many leaves he has applied for in total. So I can go to here, or I can directly check from here. So first, to establishing a Rollup Summary field, first you will go to the parent object. So student is your parent, right? In case of timesheet, so you will go to student, fields, new. Now can you see the Rollup Summary field is enabled? Because timesheet and student are connected using a master detail. So you have to select number of, or you can see total leaves. Okay, next. And here you have to put from which object, like multiple objects can be connected from one object. So from the drop down, you have to select which object. And then you have to select this roll up, whether you want to count, sum, min or max. These three functions you can use. So suppose if you have 20 values and if you want to calculate minimum, so you will select min. If you have 20 values, if you want to calculate maximum, you can do max. But here we want to calculate total. That's why I'm selecting sum. And here I have to select the field, like which field I want to sum, right? So see here it is nothing is coming because on timesheet we do not have number field. So it you have to put either currency field or number field, then only it will create a sum. Okay, so I will open object manager in new tab and I will go to my timesheet table. I'll open this timesheet table and create a number field. Okay, because the sum of which field? So for that, I have to create a currency or number. So I will take number as a data type. Next, number of leaf. Okay, I'm putting this field, number of leaves, and I clicked on save. Now I will come back to this page and I have to refresh it because I just created a number field and it will take few seconds to, reflect at backend. So I'll refresh it maybe 2 times and I will again go back to the parent object because rollup summary field is created at parent object. I will select rollup summary. I'll select total number of leaves. Okay. I have to select timesheet, then sum. And here now you can see that field is coming, number of leaves. Okay. I'll click on next. Save. Now I have created a roll-up summary field on my student table. Let's go to student table. And just refresh my table at front end so that everything will show. Okay. See, total number of leaves right now, what is coming? 0, because I don't have any entry here. If I go and add, suppose in January, Shivam has taken leave. So I can create 2 fields here like start date and end date, and it will calculate total number of leave. Like that you can do. Okay. And I'm not getting that field, like number of leaves that I can enter in. So I will refresh my page to see like whether that field is coming, number of leave is coming. So I will write here January, and number of leaves, suppose 2 leaves I applied in January. In December, I applied 5 days leave. I will save it. Okay. So 2 timesheet entry I have created. If I go to 7, see 5 plus 2, 7. That means from the child record, it calculates total. That is called as a roll-up summary field. Roll-up summary field can be created for the master detail relationship table only. It calculates the sum, it can calculate min, and it can calculate max. All right. So in this way, in today's session, we have seen all the data type that can be created in Salesforce. Please practice it. Okay. Search for few examples. You can write on Trailhead that few formula field examples. Okay. And you can try to create the same formula field example in your org. Okay. Make sure you practice because practice makes man perfect. You must have heard about this quote, right? So you try to create new app, new tabs, new object, different type of fields, try to connect 2 tables using master lookup relationship, try to create roll-up summary field, try to use min-max function, and with that you will become, good in Salesforce. Many of the jobs, uh, you can apply for after learning all these things. Even for setup, Salesforce setup, you get multiple opportunities. Okay, you can work as a Salesforce admin. If you don't have interest in writing codes, you can become Salesforce admin. Okay, so thank you very much for staying with me on this session. And in our next videos, we will see how you can create reports and dashboard, record types, list views, some more new topics I'll try to bring in. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. And make sure if you like my video, make sure you like and subscribe. And please forward it to your friends so that I can get more visibility. Thank you so much.